This is Cat of Sweet Cat Magic, and I am the old bat that lives here. And I am doing a video response, which is interesting. As soon as I put on the camera and do this, then neighbor's lawnmower went on. And I think that's amazing because we have very few days where you can actually mow your lawn, so it's a welcome sound. Anyway, this is a video response to Thriving Vine, Brookie, who asked, did a tag that says, "Tag if you watch this, you're tagged," and that. And the question was, what brought you to YouTube, and what keeps you here? What makes you stay? But first, I just wanted to mention that I'm outside. It's about midnight, and I'm on my porch, and it's a very, very quiet night, and it's just sometimes I just like to go sit outside when it's midnight, and then you can kind of see the trees out there. It's just all nice and dark and pretty. And so, anyway, I first came to YouTube in 2006, December of 2006. And the reason I did was that I had taken a video of my friend's house as she was moving to Japan for a while. And that way she could see her house and her yard and everything if she got homesick. And I didn't know how to post it so that she could see it while she was in Japan. And then I thought, hey, maybe that YouTube would be available to do that. And that was the very first thing I did. Then I discovered that I really like to use it to post little videos. If I had some music that I really liked, a song, and I try to find images to match it, and that was very, very fun. Then about 2008, I had heard on YouTube that if you had a 501c3 nonprofit, that you could have a YouTube channel and have a donate button and all these extra little things that you could do with YouTube. And so and to qualify for it, you had to have a nonprofit status, and it had to be a 501c3 specific type, and you had to reside in the United States. So I applied, and I was turned down. And the only reason I was given is that I either had to reside in the United States or have a 501c3. And I had both, and so I couldn't figure out why I was refused. There's a mosquito. We don't usually get mosquitoes. But they said that it was unappealable and they wouldn't consider it further. And that really kind of bothered me. So I did a little research to try to figure out who was on this committee. And they had kind of Indian sounding names. And I thought, I just wonder if perhaps they're coming from India and they don't know that Hawaii is part of the United States. So what I did is I contacted them directly on their channel and said, I get turned down because you say that Hawaii is not part of the United States, but it is. It's one of the states. It's one of the 50 states. And then I was approved. So then I started posting on my own particular channel, and I started adding videos of the cat house, of the cats, and just fun videos of artists that I liked their work that had something to do with cats. I contacted Kim Jacobs, who is a famous artist who does watercolor cottage cats and does calendars, and I've loved for years and years. I contacted her and asked if I could make a video of her artwork, and she sent me all of the images, and so I did that. And then I also found some fairy cat watercolor pictures that I really liked, and I contacted the artist and asked if I could make a video for this on my cat channel, and so they said yes. And then so I did a fairy cat video, and I ended up creating the music to go with it off of a music maker so that I didn't infringe on any copyrights. So I did that, and then I started having fun making videos with voices. Crazy Talk was making the cats say something or telling their stories. And our famous people like Mark Twain, his quote about cats, or Leonardo da Vinci, his quote about cats. So I had fun with that. Then I thought, I want to just make some witchy type videos, magical black cats and other kind of just things with sirens and. So I thought, well, I don't want to really mix my nonprofit channel with my, witchy channel. So I created Sweet Cat Magic, and all I had on there was videos that were what I created, songs. I would contact the artist, Brian Crane or Gary Sadler, and ask them if I could use their music, so I got permission from them. And they were all very nice. It was really nice to be able to write an artist and get an email back and say, Gary Sadler said, well, you're the very first one that's ever asked me. Everybody uses it, but nobody's ever asked. And he does a lot of the wonderful fairy lullabies and a lot of the fairy songs. So that's all I ever did until about June. I decided to kind of get back into the tarot, and I had signed up for this class just to kind of do a refresher. And I thought, well, I'll go on YouTube and see if this teacher has anything that she's posted, any videos. And so I typed in the tarot and everything, and up came Major Arcana, which was Joanna DeVoe. And I started watching her, and her enthusiastic, crazy personality just drew me in. And so I contacted her through email, just say, how much her channel meant to me. I was so shy, I sent her a voice memo because I had so much to say, and then she said that she encouraged me someday maybe I'd make a video. And then I started making videos, and I made quite a few. And I've kind of had my ups and downs as far as I've seen a lot of different things that go through YouTube, as far as sometimes there's some real interesting flows of negative energy through it and that. So I've gone back and forth whether I wanted to go out there and do that or not. But overall, I have discovered that I really enjoy, even if I don't post videos, I really enjoy watching videos. And I really enjoy the interaction. It's just a wealth of information. There's some of the most lovely giving people. Recently had one of the most wonderful experiences with One Crone's journey as she travels from Washington down to One Moon Mother's, the pagan monastery. And just to be part of that, it has such positive vibes. So that's why I stay, because I learn a lot. There's such a generosity of spirit, of people willing to share information and to encourage in that. And that really is just the part that makes you want to just continue. Despite any kind of, every once in a while, some of the haters or some of the comments or some of the ones that fly by your channel and have to post something really awful. but that is like 1% of that, and I'm not going to let the 1% discourage from the 99 that really makes it a worthwhile and knowledgeable experience. So that is why I stay. And because this was a tag from Brooke, I'm going to tag you and ask what brought you to YouTube and why do you stay? Okay. Aloha.